Welcome you to this session of ISO 9001 2015, and today we are going to talk about clause number 8.2.3, review of the requirements for products and services. So as usual, first of all I'll read out the requirement to you as given in the standard. 8.2.3, review of the requirements for products and services. And under this subclause 8.2.3.1, the organization shall ensure that it has the ability to meet the requirements for products and services to be offered to the customers. The organization shall conduct a review before committing to supply products and services to a customer to include A. requirements specified by the customer, including the requirements for delivery and post-delivery activities. B. Requirements not stated by the customers but necessary for the specified or intended use when known. And C. Requirements specified by the organization. D. Statutory and regulatory requirements applicable to the products and services. E. Contract or order requirements differing from those previously expressed. The organization shall ensure that contract or order requirements differing from those previously defined are resolved. The customer's requirements shall be confirmed by the organization before acceptance when the customer does not provide a documented statement of their requirements. And there is a note below it. In some situations, such as internet sales, a formal review is impractical for each order. Instead, the review can cover relevant product information such as catalogs. And next subpara 8.2.3.2, the organization shall retain documented information as applicable. A. On the results of the review, and B. On any new requirement for the products and services. So this is all the total requirement as given in 8.2.3, and now we are going to discuss this requirement in more detail. Now as you understand, the organization has to ensure that it is capable of delivering the products and services according to the laid down requirements. So once the requirements have been laid down, reviewed and approved and communicated to the customer, the organization has to be sure and we have to ensure that we have the ability to meet the requirement for the products and services which we are offering to the customers. The organization therefore will have to carry out reviews before committing to supply the products and services to a customer. And these reviews are going to include A. Requirements specified by the customer, including the requirements for delivery and post-delivery activities. So the very first thing is that the requirement as communicated by the customers have to be fully included in the total requirements, and we during the review we will make sure that it is done in that manner. So the requirements specified by the customer shall be reviewed during the contract review or during the order review, and we will ensure that all the requirements are included in the order. Now B. The requirements which are not stated by the customers but are necessary to the specified or intended use when known. Now this is spelled out by the organization. So the organization will review these kind of requirements. The requirements which are not stated by the customers but stated by the organization. As we had discussed in an earlier video, when the customer is ordering a product. The customer does not know the total specification of the product, and there are a lot of specifications which have got to be included by the organization to safeguard the interest of the customer. And all those requirements have got to be reviewed that they are positively there and included in the contract or the order. Now we go to C, the requirements specified by the organization. There are requirements which only the organization is specifying. So though all those requirements also need a review that we have not left out anything. And D is statutory and regulatory requirements applicable to the products and services. The customer is not fully knowledgeable about such requirements, but the organization is supposed to be fully knowledgeable, and they are supposed to include all regulatory and statutory requirements. And during the review, it has to ensure that these requirements are fully included in the order or the contract. Now, next is contract or order requirements differing from those previously expressed. So, if we have previously communicated something and there are some additional requirements now at the time of placing the order, we have to carry out a review and ensure that these are communicated to the customer and these are fully known to the customer. So the review will include these requirements which are differing from what we had originally communicated, and therefore this review will ensure that this is carried out by the organization. This communication is done by the organization. The organization shall ensure that the contract or order requirements differing from those previously defined are resolved. There should not be anything unresolved. Agreement should be there on all the points with the customer. So during the review, we shall bring out if there is anything where the customer does not agree and what is our reaction on that and how we have modified the contract or the order. So that will be included in the review. Okay, now we go to the next para. The customer's requirement shall be confirmed by the organization before acceptance when the customer does not provide a documented statement of their requirements. Now this is particularly applicable if there is no contract from the side of the customer. Customer is not placing any order. They have only verbally communicated the order to the organization. And in this case, the customer's requirement, these will be confirmed by the organization before acceptance. Before the organization accepts the order, the organization will make sure that all the requirements are fully understood and communicated to the customer, and they shall be part of the review that we have done so. Now there is a note, and the note says in some situations such as the internet sales, a formal review is impractical for each order. Instead, the review can cover relevant product information such as catalogs. Now, in case of internet sales, there is no brochure to be handed over to the customer, but there may be a catalog or the product requirements which are there on the net. So those requirements have got to be reviewed by us, and we have to ensure that there is nothing lacking in that with respect to all the points which we have discussed henceforth till now. So we will ensure that nothing is left out and all the information is provided by the organization on the internet, and therefore it will be deemed that the customer has understood those requirements, and then only the order will be accepted. And 8.2.3.2 says that organization shall retain documented information as applicable. Documented information here means the documented information for the review, that means the records of the review, and the specification of the product or the details of the contract or the order. So this record has to be maintained by the organization. And what was the result of the review? The review details have got to be maintained in the form of records, and if there is any new requirement for the product and services, it should also be in the form of documented information. That means it should be duly documented and maintained as record. I hope you have understood this requirement fully and completely. But if there is anything which is not understood by any one of you, you can give your comment below this video and I will make it clear to you. And there is nothing to worry on that. And please ensure that you subscribe to my channel and also press the bell icon so that the next video when I load, the information should be reaching you well in time. And if you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up, give me a like, and also share my videos with your friends and colleagues. And thank you very much for watching my videos. Bye bye and see you in the next video. Bye.